Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, in my opinion, one of the fascinating things about the Star Wars franchise is, of course, the lightsaber duels, the lightsaber fights that we have seen ever since Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, going all the way over to Episode 7, and it's one thing that I feel was totally absent from The Last Jedi. Sure, we got that little lightsaber fight between Kylo Ren and Rey going up against the Praetorian Guards, and, of course, Luke Skywalker going up against Kylo Ren, but all of the moves were dodged. We never got a legitimate lightsaber duel in The Last Jedi, and now going forward with J.J. Abrams and Episode 9 as a whole, we do know that a lightsaber duel is coming into play here. Now, these past couple of weeks, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie when it comes to some of the set leaks, the scene schedules, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley on one of the sets over at Cardington. Now, in case you guys didn't know, we went over this a couple of weeks ago. However, now, Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley are set to train for a bunch of new moves while using lightsaber hilt props. Some of the moves will be done with both Adam and Daisy hooked up to wires. It's described as the biggest lightsaber duel to date, and will be very unique, and unexpected consequences will come their way to audience members. Apart from this, it's rumored that the male actors in their 20s have also been training with lightsaber hilt props for the major scene. So this really is raising a lot of questions. Now, the male actors in their 20s, we do know that they, range from the age of 21 to 27, and that they are going to be working with Adam Driver in this movie. This could very well be a telltale sign that they are actually going to be a part of this lightsaber duel. If maybe they are the Knights of Ren, maybe they do have lightsabers in this movie. Now that to me would be truly stunning, because for the very first time in years, we would see a Star Wars film where there are multiple, more than two, people using lightsabers in one major scene. That, to me, I think would be truly satisfying to a lot of Star Wars fans out there, where, let's say, for example, you have both Rey and Kylo Ren, engaging in a lightsaber duel, and then in the background, you have maybe the Knights of Ren and maybe Rey's new generation of Jedi. If they really wanted to do something like that, that to me would be amazing. It would be the best way to make it the biggest lightsaber duel in Star Wars history, at least for the films, right? But that is the thing here, is that it is indeed described as the biggest lightsaber duel. I just can't see them topping the Revenge of the Sith duel between both Anakin and Obi-Wan. We do know that apparently Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver will be hooked up to a lot of wire work. And when I hear this honestly screams moments in Revenge of the Sith, where both, of course, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor were also hooked up to wires. Could we be getting a very similar battle, or similar duel in a sense, to what we saw between Anakin and Kenobi? Well, there's a possibility, because we do know that JJ is really trying to top it all off with Episode 9. He's really trying to make it, the best Star Wars movie ever, not only by inserting some prequel trilogy content, but also by applying some very new and interesting aspects for our characters Kylo Ren and Rey. And that is something that I personally am really looking forward to. I think I'm more curious right now as to exactly where these characters are going to go. So I think that, number one, it's great that we're getting an actual duel in this movie, and number two, the fact that they are aiming to make it the biggest lightsaber duel in the Star Wars franchise is another thing to be truly excited about. But the other thing here, aside from all of this, the rumor of the male actors in their 20s also training with lightsaber props tells us that maybe they are the Knights of Ren, and they will be a part of this actual duel between both, Kylo Ren and Rey. Could you imagine if maybe Kylo Ren and his Knights all go up against Rey herself, and then out of nowhere her new generation of Jedi come in back of her, and it's group versus group, and then it's person versus person. So you would have Rey going up against Kylo Ren, like I said before, and then in the background you can have the Knights going up against the new generation of Jedi. If they really wanted to go that far, they could. Would it make a lot of sense for Rey to have, you know, a group of trained Jedi already this fast? Maybe, maybe not. I think that it all comes down to if they choose to either do one time jump in the middle of this movie or multiple time jumps in order to show us that Rey has evolved and has gone through the years and has essentially gained a lot of knowledge, not only from the Jedi books, but also from maybe Luke Skywalker's Force Ghost or something like that through the years, and that's how she became a Jedi Master and has a new generation Jedi. Now, of course, that's just a big maybe, but I'm not quite sure why else the male actors in their 20s would be working with lightsaber hilts. Again, though, that part is just a rumor. The other thing is very interesting, though, how both Adam and Daisy will be hooked up to wires. So that tells us that there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in this scene. They're going to be in the air at some point in time, doing something insane, and that's one thing to look forward to in a lightsaber duel. It seems like that maybe JJ is trying to make this lightsaber battle a little bit more prequel-ish by also mixing some original trilogy-style fights in there as well, and that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.